Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing okay. It's been kind of dark today, but I think the sun has like probably temporarily come out, so I wanted to hop on and talk. I haven't talked yet this week. Did I talk last week? I don't know, I feel rusty. Hi, I hope you're all doing okay. I am having not a weird week, I won't say it. It's a good week. I'm working a lot, I'm just not filming a lot, I guess. Today is Wednesday, and Wednesday the dog is at daycare. So it's a good day to come and chat to you, especially if it's going to be a long chat, which I don't know if it will be, but you never know. I wanted to show you some stuff, I guess, not like loads of stuff. I wanted to show you these zines I got in Bath and a cool book I got. Obviously, I got Frankenstein, the real star of the show from my birthday week. No, the real star of the show from my birthday week was my brother, and then Frankenstein. This is a NECA figurine, N-E-C-A, NECA, and I really like them. They're always really high quality, like the detailing is amazing, and they're really, really opposable. This one is really squeaky, but the opposability, I don't know if that's a word. I'm always really impressed with them. This is the same make as my Sam figurine. He's also a NECA figurine. So I'm like accidentally starting a little collection, and I'm always really impressed by how like well made they are. I feel like all the people who work behind the scenes on these really love what they do, because the attention to detail is always just amazing. Like Sam is so cute and soft and fantastic, and then like the detailing in Frankenstein's monster's face. I don't want someone in the comments to be like, his name is not Frankenstein. The detailing in the monster's face is just fantastic. And the bolts and everything, like the way there's like a tiny bit of blood around the bolts, like what do you mean? So to start the talking segment this week, I just wanted to do a teeny tiny info dump about my horror figurine collection that I am slowly accidentally growing, just to get it out of the way. And because some people commented about him being the star of the show, and you're right. Yeah, I really like these figurines. They started selling them in HMV, which is like a music and film shop in the UK. It's a big chain, but they're kind of dying out a little bit, but not quite. They've gotten a bit rarer to find, but there is one in Reading, and there's a really good one in Bath because they just got a new shop. And I kind of impulsively bought him there for myself on my birthday, I guess like as a gift for myself, but then I ended up buying some other stuff too, so it wasn't like one gift, which is a bit questionable, but I did have fun. So I don't know, I got him in HMV kind of on the fly. I was like, wouldn't it be funny if we bought Frankenstein, as if my brother was also culpable. I said to him, wouldn't it be funny if we bought Frankenstein and then we took silly pictures of him? And we did, so you know. Yeah, okay, that's that. I'll put Frankenstein away and we won't talk about him. These zines, Hellebore, is that how you say it? I think so. I really like them. I follow them on Instagram. I've liked them for a long time, but I hadn't bought any issues. We found this magazine shop in Bath that we stumbled across. I think my brother knew it was there, but we'd never been in. And it was amazing, and I was filming a bit and I was quite nervous about whether or not the guy would want me to be filming in there, but he turned out to be so friendly, and that was really exciting, and I got to compliment him on his massive magazine selection, and like there were loads of zines as well. Like it was just great. He was a really nice guy. And I bought 2 copies of Hellebore. I think in the end my brother paid for these as like a birthday gift, and a couple of books as well, which was really good of him. I'm excited. I love horror stuff. I love spooky stuff. That's why my username is Petite Gloom on everything. Also because Megan Rhiannon is a really common name in Wales. So I couldn't have my name as my username. So I love spooky stuff. I love gloomy stuff. And I was really excited to pick these up. I just think they're fantastic. If you're into horror or spooky stuff or folk horror, anything like that, definitely look them up. They're literally like, you can see the work that goes into them. They're beautiful. They're so beautiful. I got 2 issues. I didn't pick up the more folk horror based ones because folk horror really freaks me out on some other level, but I did pick up these kind of other horror-y ones, more historical horror, I guess, like seances and stuff. That's more my vibe than the hill people. Folk horror, it really unnerves me on like a visceral level, which I think is the point, but it does get me in some type of way. So I picked up these ones, more about things like Satanism and seances, and conjuring and stuff, and Lucifer over Lancashire. So I'm excited to read these and maybe pick some more up eventually. These are quite old issues. This one is 2020 and this one is 2021. I guess they come out around Samhain every year, but I didn't realize that. That's kind of cool. I think there are 7 or 8 issues out, so if you're interested in catching up, they're not too expensive. I can't remember how much exactly they are, but I don't think they're more than £15 each, and they're really, really good. So they're worth it. Okay, apart from that, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, I got this one. This is the other one my brother bought me, so he bought me these 3 bits. Which is Are You Listening by Tillie Walden. It's the illustrations. I have other Tillie Walden books, and it's always just the art that gets me. Like, the way the light is drawn, depicted, is just incredible. Tell me that's not the most amazing thing you've ever seen. Like, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how. Look at that. That is incredible. No, like, I had picked this one up myself and then put it back because I was like, oh, I shouldn't be spending so much money. And then my brother was like, don't be silly, it's your birthday. So that was how I ended up with it in the end. But look at this. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Like, it really inspires me, I think. Like, drawing wise, like, I don't think my work will ever look like this, but it's just the use of light and stuff and the way hands look. Like, I just think it's the best thing. And it's quite fat. It is a big one. So I'm looking forward to reading this. This is the back if you want to pause and read it. I really recommend any of Tillie Walden's work because it's so fantastic. So fantastic. Okay, that's that one. I don't want to over talk about them, especially when I haven't read them yet. I have not made any progress in If We Were Villains yet this week. Okay, I don't want to talk about it. I am going to read it. I know I keep saying this every week, but I am. It's just that first bit is so slow. And I am enjoying it, but the problem I find is that my hobbies kind of move in, like, not in phases, but in waves. So if I'm drawing a lot, I'll read less, or if I'm playing Animal Crossing a lot, I'll be drawing and reading less. Like, I just kind of do one thing a week in my my spare time. And so this week I'm not really reading still because I'm drawing my ghosts. There is an update on the ghosts. I could show it to you on my iPad, but I'm worried that my phone will, like, freak out when I get the iPad screen out. I've been working on my ghosts. Maybe I can, like, pop some pictures in. I've been working on some new ghost designs, really cool. I'm also now this week adapting them for printing, which is really exciting. The UK or Royal Mail rather, is finally shipping internationally properly again. I gave it an extra couple of weeks to make sure there wasn't, like, backlog, I guess. But now I'm back working on my shop update. I really want to do that in March, at an absolute latest. Probably, I mean, I was going to say I would like to do it sooner than March, but I think realistically it's going to be March because we're almost at the end of February and February is short. So I'm going to reopen my shop in March. There will be autistic tote bags. People keep asking about those. This time around, there will not be autistic books. Existing autistic won't be restocked this time, but it will next time, I'm hoping, just because it's such an expensive product to print. The upfront printing costs for that are huge. So I think I'm gonna try and do that with the money I make from this shop update. That's my plan, that's kind of my thinking. Also, after tax season, like, I'm just a bit short on cash, so hopefully after next time I'll now get paid and then I'll do the shop update, and then, like, I think I'll just be in a more financial position to take the print costs, to be able to stock them. And also the shipping cost for them is quite big too, so I try not to launch them with other products because then the shipping is off kilter. Anyway, that's not relevant for you. So this time, autistic bags. I'm making the ghost cards, that's what I was talking about. I am trying to adapt them for printing, and as such, because I draw them on a scanned index card, hang on, I draw them on a scanned index card from Foglietto. I don't know how you would say it with the French accent, they're a French company, but I draw my ghosts on these index cards, like a scanned version. How many times did I say that? Like 4? literally SOS. I'm fighting for my life trying to make a conversation today. So what I've done is take out the title and stuff, and I've drawn it myself, and I've called them gloomies because my username is Petite Gloom on everything that's not YouTube. And I like the idea of them like being little gloomy ghosts. I always just refer to them on Tumblr and stuff as ghosts, but really I think their like title is gloomies. I think that would be really cute, like long term as I work on them. So I've redesigned the card and I'll put it on screen and show you. But that's what I've been doing this week, is kind of adapting some of the existing designs and getting them ready for printing. I ordered some test prints. I'm super excited. I'm hoping they're going to come in time to show you in this week's video because I think they should be here on Friday. I just did 2 of the designs as a test print because test prints are expensive. And I'm hoping they're going to be really cool because I really want them to be cool, okay? Like, I'm having so much fun working on them. I'm having so much fun, like, doing prompts from Tumblr and stuff and sharing them and seeing the reaction. And on Patreon, too. I haven't written a Patreon post. I need to do that. Yeah. I feel like this week is a weird week for me because I'm working on art stuff and I feel like my brain is working too fast for me. I feel like my brain is working too fast. I can't keep up, and my mouth can't keep up, that's for sure. So I'm a bit all over the place, but only because I feel like I'm actually enjoying drawing for the first time in a while. I'm having fun with this ghost project. It's something I would like to keep working on and restocking over time, so then I feel quite motivated now to kind of like try and keep on top of things a bit more than I normally do. Especially with the extra income I'm now making from YouTube, which is amazing. I'm hoping I can keep my shop like more stable. Because in the past most of my income comes from my shop and from client work, which isn't as stable and regular, but YouTube is a regular payment. So I'm really hoping that if I keep working at it and at this and at my art, then I can make it more like more regular and more stable, if that makes sense. Dare I hope for a future for myself, I guess. I have almost finished my field notes book number 2. We can do a quick flip through. I think I've already done this, probably in the notebook video from last week. But she is almost done. I have like 3 pages left. I've been taking my time with it. I started this one in December, if you can believe it. And I'm chipping away, but it's almost there. I've tried not to rush this one. And now I need to order more books. But this is some work notes for the ghosts. One of my ghost cards. I showed you this last week, I think. Sticking in some receipts from Bath just now. Yeah, I literally have just these. So almost done. Maybe by the end of the week I can add in a flip through of a completed book. But almost done with that one. Here's the first book, if you remember that. I got it out just now while I was going through it. With the great coffee spill. It's interesting to see how they change, like how different they are. Like this one has so much more going on in it than the first one. I guess because I didn't feel very at home in the second one because I was so attached to the first one that I overcompensated by like sticking things in everywhere to try and like make myself feel more at home. But it's interesting. It's kind of interesting. I don't know. I thought about using more aesthetically colored index dots in my next book, which is what I see a lot of you guys doing, which is really cool. But then I'm like, the primary colors are kind of obnoxious and I don't really love them. But at the same time, it makes them super cheap to buy. Obviously, if you use a roll like this, they last a long time because you get a whole roll, but they are more expensive to replace long term. So I'm not sure. But at the moment, I really hate, like, sometimes when I get multiple colors on a page, like if there's 3 colors on a page, it looks so ugly that it really upsets me. That happened in the start of this book, actually. And I ended up taping the page up because there was an orange one as well as a green one and a blue one and a yellow one, and I was like throwing up slightly. So I don't know. But then at this point too, I've been using these specific colors in all my books that I'm like, I don't really want to change now. So we'll see. I do like that using the primary colors makes them so cheap and so easy to find because you can just go to the pound shop. But yeah. Okay, book 3. Maybe I will quickly, I already have the bits out, so let's do this together. Let's put number 3 It's gotten really dark again. I'm so sorry. I should have lit a candle to help balance the light out in the frame. But the sun was out for a minute and I braved it, and I didn't think to light a candle. Okay, number 3. So then I need to order more. Don't need to do it just yet. I can wait till I get paid. Let's not make irresponsible financial decisions when you're waiting to get paid. Maybe I will put... Do you guys think the banana or the cherries would be funnier? I'm kind of feeling the sad face and the flat face of the cherries. Like, that's kind of funny. The banana is cute though. And also the funny little dog. I'll save the pumpkin for October. Yeah, nice. Kind of cool. Wow. I am really pleased that I'm getting on so well with the field notes. I'll say that and then probably wrap up because it's getting so dark so quickly. It might rain. I am really happy the field notes are working out so well for me because they are pretty affordable. Even if I was going through a pack a month, because you get them in packs of 3, even if I was going through a pack a month, I think it's only like £15 for 3 books, which is pretty good. You can probably get cheaper books that are similar, like dupes for them, but I like them. I like that they say field notes on them because I'm like, my silly little life notes are notes from the field. So there's just something about that, I guess, that's quite nice. Field Notes, the brand, actually followed me on Instagram, so Field Notes, if you're watching, please sponsor my existence. Probably not likely, but just in case, I'm open to opportunities, okay? I really like your books. They are great. And they're very durable because this one was completely flooded with coffee. I don't know if you can see the texture, like the texture's changed because it got so wet, but it's held up fine, and that's kind of amazing. And they get really knocked around in my pockets and stuff, and they just take on kind of a charming appearance when they're battered, and some books really don't, in my opinion. Some books, when they get messed up, don't look that cute, but these do. It kind of improves upon them, and that's kind of neat. So yeah, almost on book 3, you guys, almost there. I will leave you there this week because it's so dark. I dread to look at this footage in a second to see if it's actually light enough to use. I wanted to say thank you for all of your birthday wishes and greetings. It was a lot to keep up with, and I worry about replying to everyone and then just sounding really insincere because there's only so many ways you can say thank you. So I'll tell you all at once. Thank you. I really appreciated it. My birthday was good. I know I was worried and you guys were all very really nice about it. It did work out fine. I think going to see my brother was the best course of action. I had a good time. It was good. We saw what's the movie called? Babylon. We saw Babylon with Margot Robbie and Brad Pitt. And it was really something. Tobey Maguire is in it for a brief time, and it was like, it was a lot. If you've seen it, you know what I mean. Like, that film was intense. It was good though. I would say it's definitely worth seeing in the cinema if you're gonna watch it. I don't imagine it hits the same if you watch it at home, but on the big screen and with the big volume, it was a lot. And a lot of just strobing, like strobe lights. But it was really cool. I'm kind of glad I saw it. Like, I literally don't know how I feel. And it was also like 3.5 hours long, which is a long time for an autistic person to be in the cinema listening to something that loud and watching that many lights strobe. So when we came out, I was a bit like out of body. But it was good. It was so much. Like, how do you process a film that long that's that intense? I don't know. But it's worth seeing in the cinema if you're interested in it at all, because I don't think it's going to hit the same on home TVs unless you have a really good one. Okay, I think we're done. I think we are done. I was joking with my brother that when I reach 50k on the channel, I'll have to buy Dracula so that they can be like dads to Sam. This one is Sam. And I was joking that I should take a picture of Dracula with like a cupcake or something for the channel. But I don't know if that's just enabling myself, so probably not, but we are almost at 50k and that's really, really exciting. So thank you for that. That's super cool. Let me know what you want as a thing for 50k. Maybe we can do something cool, whether it's like just a video request or something. Let me know what you would like to see to celebrate 50k when we get there, because that's halfway to one of those, how do you call them? The plaques? Like, that's halfway to one of those plaques. That's so crazy. Never thought it would end up like this. So yeah, okay, that's a nice long talking segment for you for a Wednesday, I think. Let me know what you'd like to see for 50k. Thank you for your birthday wishes. Really, really appreciated it. Everyone was so kind. And as always, it's just such like a reassurance to know that I'm not alone in those weird ass feelings. And if you have a birthday coming up soon, I hope it goes well. I hope you're okay. I hope you have a good time and it will pass. Okay, I'm gonna start book 3 soon. I'm excited. I will see you soon. Don't lick them. Wednesday, be careful. Girl, you're getting all my test prints wet. Stop. Oh, they're so cute. I got 2 different bags. One of them is grey and one of them is in colour. I'll work it out after. Pretty cute though. Maybe thicker paper. So exciting. I wasn't meant to talk today, but I didn't film anything yesterday because it was super dark in my room. It's almost like it's been on the brink of like a really heavy rain for a couple of days, but then like nothing is happening. So it's just like that dark, almost like before a storm, but then nothing is coming of it. It's just really weird. It's making the attic very dark, which is quite unusual, and it makes it very hard to film anything. That's frustrating because I've been working really hard this week on my ghost project. I'm just really excited about it, so I'm working a lot like without thinking, which is so nice because for the longest time I've been really like art blocked, I guess, but I'm having so much fun with this project, and then I'm just like making stuff every day, and like that's such a novelty for me at the moment. So I'm just trying to run with it while I have the motivation. Like I'm just gonna keep going. It's so nice because I'm enjoying it so much that I feel like it's almost energizing. I don't know, it's so nice. So I'm working on it. I wanted to come and talk to you. I also just wanted to quickly clarify because I saw some people making like assumptions, I guess, in the comments, not in a bad way, just in quite like an honest way, where people thought that I have SAD in the winter, like seasonal affective disorder, not just general sadness, which I do get. I don't have SAD in the winter. I actually get it in the summer. I get summer SAD. I get really burnt out in the summertime. I really struggle with the light and the heat. I actually really enjoy the gloom in the winter, especially if I'm outside. I love when it's overcast. It just makes it really hard to work. So it's like this conflicting thing where it's like I love the gloom. That's why also partly why my username is Petite Gloom. Like I love gloomy stuff. I love the dark. I love the winter. I love the winter. I love the cloudy days. I love the rain. I love the overcast days. Except when I'm trying to work at my desk. It sucks for that. Everything else I love it for. It just makes it very hard to do things at my desk when it's so dark. Yesterday I was hoping the sun was going to come out for a bit like it did on Wednesday. And I like sat here working in my field notes book, like squinting. It was so dark in my room I could barely see what I was writing, but I was not willing to turn the lamp on and like admit defeat. I was waiting for the sun to come out, but it didn't, so eventually I did turn the lamp on. I just wanted to clarify that I don't get sad in the winter. I know a lot of people do, and it's something that a lot of people struggle with, but that's not it for me. So I just wanted to mention that. It just sucks for working, that's all. I just need daylight to work. I need gloom to live, but daylight to work, if that makes sense. So I don't know how I'm gonna make that work. But the reason I'm so excited, I'm not making any sense, is because the test prints just arrived. I'm so excited, you guys. I'm so excited. They're really nice. The print quality is so good. The colors look good. I'm really happy with them. The paper does need to be thicker. They're like really flimsy. I printed them on 170 GSM. I definitely should have gone higher. I think I'll probably print the finals on like 300 GSM. And then if people want to laminate them themselves, they can. I can't do that, but other people could if they wanted to. and they're so pretty. The cutting isn't quite centered, but that's quite common. It probably never will be. That's just something that happens. It looks good. They look good. The only thing I'm worried about maybe is the text being too small. It's not like really super... It's not tiny, although maybe it is tiny. I'm just worried about the readability, but I can't afford to make it bigger because then I can't fit as much in. If I made the text bigger, all these sentences would have to get shorter, and I don't really want to do that because I like having enough room to say what I mean. So I'm kind of hoping that won't be too much of a problem for people. I don't know. I also don't want to make the cards bigger because A7 is such a portable size, so I can't really afford to go bigger on anything, if that makes sense. Hopefully it's fine. Hopefully it's not an issue. What else was I going to say about it? This is the design I did for printing. Do I have one of... I had one kicking around. Of course, now that I need it, it's not here. I had a printout of one of the other cards. Oh, here. I got it. So when I first did them, I drew them on the Foglietto index cards, which are the ones I showed you on Wednesday. These. My desk behind the scenes right now is such a mess because I'm thinking so fast. Everything is chaos, you guys, okay? Just for the record. Everything looks neat normally, but right now everything is chaos. So I draw them on these cards, one of which I scan digitally. And then these are the ones I upload online because I can put my app up here to protect it, I guess, from being stolen. So these are the ones I post online. And then I adapted them for printing. So what I did was recreate the shape of the card and the line at the top, but then number them and put their title and then add the text in the same place. And then I added this little embellishment to be sort of reminiscent of my Halloween project because I really enjoyed that. And I printed them on the same paper as my Halloween project. So the texture should be really good. You probably can't see because it's dark in here and also there's no light and it's a phone camera, but the texture is really pretty. I really like the texture of this paper. It's just like lightly speckled, and it's 100% recycled paper, so they're 100% recyclable. And I'm so excited. I think I'm probably talking too fast, but I just wanted to come and tell you, I did start adding like ectoplasm behind them. Ectoplasm. I added like a paint splotch kind of texture, which I partly did for my Halloween project, but in a different way. Basically, I was like, I feel like the cards are missing something, and I was looking at my Halloween postcards, and I was like, oh, it would be cool to have something like that behind them, just to give the cards a bit more depth. So I added this texture. I'll put some images on screen. And I think I really like it. I was working on some new cards last night and this morning again, because I can't stop. And I think I really like the effect. So I went back and added the same texture to the other cards, and I think it looks really good. So the only thing now that I might have to do is maybe get some more test prints done so I can see how that texture is going to print on the background. And then also I could test the card thickness as well and get some of the other like more colourful cards printed so I can see how those are turning out. And then I think I'll be ready to work out how I'm going to organise them for printing. So like what kind of sets I may be looking at selling, and how to group them up. Yesterday I worked out that I print with a company called print.work, if anyone's interested. They're really good. I really rate them. The quality is good and the fact that you can get test prints is amazing. I worked out the card size. I drew that out. This is the card size, this square here. And then the one around the edges is an envelope they sell that goes with them, so I can sell the cards bundled up in envelopes, which would be really good. I was looking for like glassine envelopes online, which are like the see-through paper ones that look really good, but I can't find ones that fit properly. They're all like 2 or 3 centimeters too big, which is a bit baggy. It's not really ideal, but these are good, so I might just order these, and they're really cost effective too. And there'll be brown craft paper, a bit like the field notes. So I think it's gonna look good. I'm also gonna maybe make a capture sticker, which is when you get those long stickers that fold over the envelope. So I put one of my stickers there so I could see what I meant. I was measuring it all out. My aphantasia makes it really hard for me to understand how big things are. So whenever I am looking at measurements, I literally have to draw them out like this and then like hold it like this. I was using an index card yesterday to see what it would look like because they're the same size. And I was just like, is this right? And like, because I have dyscalculia, which is numerical dyslexia, I was looking at it and I was like, what if I got it wrong? And like this is always the thing with it. It's like most of the time aphantasia and dyscalculia, like they're annoying but they're not a huge problem, but then whenever I'm trying to make physical products I just feel so confused. So now that the cards are here I can see obviously in real time that I did get it right, and the envelopes are probably the right size too because that makes sense. So it's really cool. In bright light these papers are like white, they're not grey. At the moment to me in my dark room they look grey, but I did unbox them on the bed so hopefully you could see what they look like. They're really pretty. What I do for printing is take the background color completely out and then I print them like transparent on the paper when I get them printed. I don't print them myself. And I think that helps because then you just have the color of the recycled paper, which is always really pretty. And the stickers look good. This one's not mine. I should have got one printed with the smiley face sticker, so I'll do that for the next print test. But it looks good. It looks good. Just realized. And the staple, that looks good. I'm happy with that. The back, I did two different designs. One is lighter and one is darker. This one is the darker one and this one is lighter. I think it looks good. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do for the back, but I think this is pretty cute, so I might stick with that. I did just want like a small logo, but whatever I did looked too small almost, so I think this looks pretty good. Might stick with it. Let me know what you think about this. I'm not sure. Like I think this is fine, but I don't know if it's like the one, but I also don't know what the alternative is. I'm always really bad at designing the back of things. For a while I tested just making something small for the bottom of the back, but then I didn't really like that either. I think this is nice, and then I was thinking for things like I designed a card around luck and I was thinking I could put like a dice on the back, like some of them could have custom backs with like a little extra item and that would be kind of cute. I don't know. Yeah, I just wanted to come and talk about those because I'm like losing my mind slightly. Also because yesterday was so dark and I had the same problem on Tuesday, I think. Like there's just not a lot of footage this week. So I thought I would come and chat shit to make up for it. I thought I would update you. I'm not chatting shit. This is what I've been working on. So it's valid for me to be here talking about this, okay? I've been working on this really hard behind the scenes. If you follow me on Tumblr, you know because I won't shut up. I'm having a really good time, and it's just after spending so many years like art blocked and like burnt out and stuff, like I don't think I'm over it, but it's a relief to have something to do. I felt this way with my Halloween project too. Sometimes I just find a project that is actually working for me and it's just such a relief for a while. So yeah. I also said in my Wednesday segment I wouldn't order stationery yet because I didn't need to, but I did. So I got some more field notes books. I got this Japanese glue stick. I don't know what it will be like, but I'm gonna test it because I don't love using double-sided tape, and then also I don't like the tape rollers because you can't refill most of them, especially not in the UK. So I thought I would try this glue stick, not that it's particularly eco-friendly either, but you know. I got some of the aesthetic index stickers. I know I also said I probably wouldn't do that, but then I was like, who makes the rules? I do. So I thought I would give it a go, like if not now, when? Like how many more books will I make with the primary colored stickers before I finally change? Like why not? Partly I did that because I got this big book of Stalogy graph paper because I want to be able to put things on my wall, but oh my god, this is not conducive, but I want to be able to do it like a corkboard almost. Oh my god, my slinky is stuck. Oh god. Oh my god, the vibes in this video bit are not great. I wanted to make almost like a corkboard for the wall where it's just a sheet of paper though, and I can just like put work notes on it, and then when it's full I can take the paper off and store it, so I still have it as a reference sheet rather than having to take everything off the board, if that makes sense. So I normally have sketchbook pages stuck up on the wall, but I'm taking some of them down and I'm going to use the graph paper, and then I can put references like these on. And also I can draw out the measurements and stuff, and that way I have them in my book, but I can also see it like on multiple sheets on the wall if I need to. Obviously with aphantasia, like it's always just great if I can see things in as many places as possible. It's just a good reminder and it helps me think better, I think. So that was also partly why I got the pretty dots, because I was like, if I have to look at those ugly dots all day on the wall, I'm gonna be sad. So I thought I'll make the leap and see. So I can tag them with the same system and see how I get on. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry about the rambling and the mess. I don't know if I'll film more this afternoon just because it's so dark. I'd love to film some sketchbook stuff, like the cards or like journaling stuff, because I'm probably going to do that all afternoon, but it's just so dark and I hate it. So I'm not sure. It'll either be there or it won't. If it's not, thank you for watching. I hope, even though this was a weird video, I hope it was okay. The good thing is that spring is coming. On Monday, it was so bright in the room. I filmed a lot and I was so excited. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe spring is finally here. The light is going to be so good from now on. And then the rest of the week is literally just clown laughing at me. It's like, they made a clown of me. Hopefully in the next few weeks, it'll get a bit brighter. But with British weather nowadays, who really knows? Who really knows? Okay, I'm gonna make some notes about what other cards I want to make because I really need to start working out how I'm gonna group the cards up, what kind of sets I'm gonna sell them in. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do that this afternoon. Thank you for watching this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it even though it was weird. I hope I made some kind of sense. I normally do. Normally when I'm filming it, I'm like, oh god, I'm not coherent at all. And then when I watch it back, I'm like, it was okay. So hopefully this one is also okay. I hope you liked seeing the ghost cards. I hope that you like them as much as I do. The response on Tumblr has been really good and fun, so I'm hoping that you guys also like them. Hope they're gonna look good. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna keep working on these and I will see you next week.